Hello my dear students, it is my second period for you from Geography chapter 1, Resources and Development. As for remember for you, I have taught you and I have told you about the various information for resources and development. I have provided you the structures of resources in previous days. Now, today, I am going to explain the classification of resources. Dear student, you know very well that resources are classified into various ways. They are on the basis of origin. I have taught you already the classification of resources basically in previous days. First classification of the resources on the basis of origin. Second classification of the resources on the basis of exhaustibility. Third classification of resources on the basis of ownership. And last classification of the resources on the basis of status of development. Now the present topics on the basis of origin. On the basis of origin. Dear students, on the basis of origin, there are two types of resources. Biotic resources or biotic resources. There are two types of resources on the basis of origin. They are biotic resources and second or biotic resources. What are biotic resources? The resources which are obtained from biosphere and have life. The resources which are obtained from living beings and have life are called biotic resources. You can know very well which things related to this such type of classification. Among them, biotic resources, human beings, animals, forest, forests, and several other things. We can get resources from these parts: human beings, animals, forest. This is the classification on the basis of origin. There are two types of resources. First biotic and second abiotic. You can define biotic resources such as the resources which are obtained from living beings and have life are called biotic resources. Example: human beings, animals, forests, and flora and fauna. The term flora and fauna has been used in your chapter. These flora and fauna are related to animals and forest plants. Abiotic resources. The resources which can be obtained from non-living things. The resources which can be extracted from non-living things and which have no life are called abiotic resources. Example: rocks, minerals. soil, air, water. This is the first classification of resources on the basis of origin. Now, the second part, on the basis of renewability. Dear students, on the basis of renewability, there are two types of resources. They are renewable resources and second, non-renewable resources. Dear students, there are two types of resources on the basis of renewability. They are renewable resources and second, non-renewable resources. How can we define the renewable resources? The resources which can be replenished and renewed again after being used them are known as renewable resources. Listen to me again. The resources which can be replenished or renewed again very quickly after being used them are known as renewable resources. Example: wind energy, solar energy, and several others, hydroelectricity. To this renewable resources. Now the non-renewable resources. Those resources which cannot be renewed or replenished again after being used again, because they can take millions of years to form again. So they are known as non-renewable resources. Suppose, example, minerals like coal, fossil fuel, petroleum, and so many others. These are the non-renewable resources. I repeat again. There are two types of resources on the basis of renewability. They are renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Those resources which can be renewed or replenished again after being used them, they are known as renewable resources. Suppose, example, wind energy, solar energy, hydroelectricity, and many of them. Second, non-renewable resources. Those resources which cannot be renewed or replenished again after being used them are known as non-renewable resources. They can be exhausted after being used. They can take millions of years to form again. That is why these resources are known as non-renewable resources. Basis of ownership. Third, on the basis of ownership. Dear students, there are four types of resources on the basis of ownership. They are individual, second, community based. Third, national. And fourth, international. There are four types of resources on the basis of ownership. They are individual resources, community based resources, national resources, and international resources. What do you mean by individual resources? Dear students, you know well, in rural areas, in villages, farmers have their own land. Such type of land is known as individual resources. You know that in urban areas, people have own plot of land. They have their own building. Such type of resources are known as individual resources. Farmers' land, in rural areas. Second, a plot of land in urban areas owned by people. These types of resources are known as individual resources. The resources which are owned and operated by any individual are known as individual resources. For example, in rural areas, farmers have their own land. Such type of lands are owned by individuals. So, this is the example of individual resources. You can also see in the urban areas, people have their a plot of land, buildings. They are owned and operated by individuals. So, such type of resources are known as individual resources. Now, community-based resources. The resources which are owned and operated by the community of the society are known as community-based resources. You know that in the country there are several spots or places which are used collectively. They are not owned and operated by individuals. People of different community use them. So such type of resources are known as community-based resources. For example, village grazing ground, grazing grounds. The people in the villages use grazing ground for their livestock. Burial grounds. Burial grounds are those grounds which can be used by the community to bury the dead body. Such type of place is known as burial grounds. Public place as park, can be used by the community of people, not individuals. So these are the example of community based resources. National resources. Dear students, each and every resource that is present in the country related to national resources. There are several things. Lands which are used by farmers, they have to provide the government taxes on the land. They provide taxes on buildings in the urban areas. So, all types of resources present within the country are actually related to the national resources. The government of India or the government of a state can take over such type of resources for the benefit of country. All types of mines, coal mines, petroleum, natural gas, several communications, transport, all are related to the national resources. Among them, many of them can be operated and owned by individuals, but in real, they are related to national income and national resources. For example, minerals, second, railways, third, banking, fourth, insurance, fifth, taxes on land, now the last, international resources. Dear students, there is an international institutions that have authority to monitor the international resources. For example, the oceanic resources beyond 200 nautical miles in the sea or ocean is known as the exclusive economic zone. No any country can use these resources without the permission of international institutions. So, it is known as international resources. You can write the examples of this. Oceanic economic zone. Economic zone beyond 200 nautical miles in the ocean. These areas in the ocean cannot be used by any individual country without the permission of international institutions. So, the classification of resources has completed, and I will give you several questions related to these topics tomorrow, and I hope you will revise these topics at your home. Stay at your home and keep you safe. Thank you.